subscribe. If you're new here, my name's Emily. Nice to meet you. I'm actually kind of new to this whole YouTube thing too, but what I'm not new to is moving. I've moved 7 times in the last 10 years, and over those trips, I've developed lots of tips, tricks, hacks, whatever you want to call them, and I want to share them with you. So the goal of this is kind of, one, obviously to make the moving process a little bit easier because it can be so stressful, but 2, to make things a little bit more sustainable and a little bit more affordable. Luckily, those things kind of go hand in hand when it comes to moving, so let's just jump straight into it. Okay, so my first tip is about boxes, because what else do you need when you're packing? So you can go spend like $50 and buy all the boxes that you need at Home Depot, or you can go to your local grocery stores, Walmart, Target, and pick up boxes there. That being said, if you're gonna try and do that, you wanna go early in the morning because lots of those stores have box crushers and they'll crush them right after they unload them. So try and go as early in the day as possible. This tip is actually a little bit more advanced than that. I like to go to my local liquor store and grab boxes with dividers in them like this. And these are super helpful for packing things like cups, vases, etc. So you can just grab your cup, drop it right in there. You don't have to wrap it in paper or anything. This will stay safe in your travels. And then you're not only saving money on the boxes, you're saving money and time on the wrapping each glass and unwrapping each glass. And it's all sustainable and recyclable. And I love that for us. Okay, so I'm back with another recycled box. This one's actually from my mom's work, so ask your friends and family if they have boxes they can donate to as well. And this tip for like dishes and other fragile things outside of the glassware, which I'm gonna have in those special boxes, instead of using paper to wrap those, I'm gonna use cloths and old t-shirts and things that I already have. And that way, we're not having to waste money or waste paper. And I can just kind of pack things gently in here. Luckily for this move, I'm not moving very far, so I'm not super worried about things being like crazily perfectly fit into the boxes. But if you are worried about that, just, kind of play around with different size boxes to see what works for you. Okay, let's get ready for tip number 3. Okay, so you might be catching on that a lot of these tips and tricks are in the kitchen, and that's because I love to cook, so I have a lot of stuff in the kitchen. If you're not already, you can follow me on Instagram at letus.thrive. I'll link that below. But this tip is more about like getting creative with the items that you're using to pack things in and making sure that no space goes left unused. So for example, I have this big Lodge Dutch oven, and I actually pack all of my, this is gonna be loud, spices in the Dutch oven. That way this empty space doesn't go unwasted and I don't have to waste other space putting that away. Another kind of tip is that with things like this that are quite heavy, make sure to pack them into small boxes, because if you pack them in large boxes and you just keep packing more and more on top of them, they're gonna be nearly impossible to lift. So keep the heavy things to small boxes. Hey, so I don't know if you can see her, but Paisley wanted to be in this shot. So we're talking more about heavy things. This might actually be my favorite hack of the whole video. It's using your suitcases. Most all of us have suitcases sitting around, and oftentimes when you're moving, they just get moved kind of like Russian nesting dolls stored inside of each other. But really these make for kind of quote unquote boxes that have wheels. So they're a great option for moving really heavy things that aren't fragile. We use them to move all of our books and our textbooks. Even some non-fragile kitchen and decor pieces that we can just box up, easy peasy, roll away. Speaking of rolling away, I've gotta go. I'm gonna be late to pick up the keys to the new apartment. Okay, so my last tip probably should have been my first tip because it comes chronologically first, but basically it's utilizing your time wisely. And what I mean by that is usually when you figure out that you're gonna have to move, you have a little bit of time window before you're actually gonna start packing, because you don't really wanna pack until the last week or so because you gotta live in the house. And so utilizing those extra couple weeks to go through and organize your house section by section before you start packing and donating the things that you no longer need. So For example, in these past couple weeks, I've kind of written myself each night when I get home from work, like one section of the closet or underneath the bathroom cabinets or in the linen closet, and I've gone through and organized each of those areas, and that way I'm able to go in these previous weeks, donate those items, and it's less stuff for us to have to move, which is ultimately the goal. And then in addition to it being less stuff, obviously we're donating it, which is great. And we're saving more boxes. So win-win-win all around. Plus, it makes the process of moving into your new house a little bit more exciting because you're actually just getting to do the unpacking part and not necessarily the cleaning and organizing part. So anyways, that's all I have for this video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. That's what I'm supposed to say, right?